Hello and welcome to Quinta Do Lago. We're here in the Algarve for the next few days. Myself and the rest of the Golfshake team are here to show you around this fabulous resort. We're going to be playing golf, we're playing Laranjal, Quinta North and Quinta South while we're here. We're staying in the accommodation, we're going to be eating in some of the restaurants around the resort, and we're also going to get across to the Paul McGinley Performance Centre over there at the range and show you exactly what they've got to offer. So when heading over to the Algarve and Quinta Do Lago in particular, the accommodation is obviously very, very important. We stayed in some of the villas very close to the golf club, but some of the other options that we have on Quinta Do Lago are the beautiful Wyndham Grand Hotel, which we visited, saw some of the bedrooms, which are absolutely stunning as well, and literally probably half a mile from the clubhouse, this hotel. There's also the beautiful Magnolia that we went down to as well. There was a sports team staying there at the time, so quite a big hotel. It's got tennis courts down there and a pool as well. So some various different options with accommodation here to stay on site at Quinta Do Lago. Obviously everything is very accessible from there, so whether you want to go down to the sports campus, play golf at one of the 3 courses, or even just go to one of the restaurants on site as well, all of these accommodation really afford you that luxury of being able to walk in some cases to some of these places, but certainly a very short drive. So when it comes to where to eat at Quinta Do Lago, we sampled quite a lot of the restaurants while we were there. During our stay here at Quinta Do Lago, we are going to get to sample some of the fantastic restaurants. They have loads of different cuisines to offer. Tonight we're going to Bovino restaurant here on the property. We got to eat in the golf clubhouse at Quinta North and South, which was absolutely fantastic. In the evenings, we visited the beautiful UMAMI restaurant, which is an Asian fusion restaurant on site in Quinta, which was absolutely amazing. I really do recommend that to any of you. So we are here at UMAMI restaurant here at Quinta Do Lago. We wanted to speak to some of you guys as a staff because it was such an amazing experience. So Beatrice, you and your staff have looked after us amazingly well. I mean, the kind of level of service that you've shown us since we've got here is fantastic. The food has been amazing. So we've got Beatrice and Ivo to speak to us this evening about the restaurant. So talk to us a little bit about the kind of ethos and the kind of thought behind the restaurant and the flavour kind of stuff. I know you've changed a lot about the menu since you got here, so talk to us a little bit about that.
Here basically we try to transmit to the people our experiences with Asian flavors.
So it's kind of a fusion between the Japanese kind of culture and using Portuguese ingredients as well. And we've obviously had a bit of a taste of Portugal in some of the wine pairings we've had this evening as well, so that's been fantastic. So talk to us a bit about those then, Beatrice. So is there kind of a process you go through in terms of picking the wines that you add to each dish, or?
Exactly, so Portugal is very rich in different grapes and wines. So what we try to do here is, together with the kitchen, bring the best out of each flavor. So each wine has a particularity in them, and together with the food we can bring out the best out of it. And we try to do that selection in order to provide the customer.
And we have absolutely loved our time here at the restaurant. We will definitely be back. Thank you so much for all your time, and the food was amazing, the service was amazing, and yeah, we'll definitely be back. We ventured down to Dano's down at the campus where we kind of watched some of the sport, had a few beers, burgers, etc., all that kind of stuff that you'd expect in a sports bar down there. We also ate at KOKO, which is on the side of the driving range back up near the clubhouse. They had wood-fired pizzas, so you could hit a bucket of balls and also grab some breakfast or lunch there as well. But some of the amazing restaurants on site, the likes of Casa Vela, which is a traditional Portuguese restaurant, Quinta Do Lago, which offers amazing fresh seafood right down by the lake, and the Shack, which is a tapas style restaurant, again down there too. So some amazing restaurants on site. There's also the Cheeky Pup, which is a fantastic Irish themed pub, which is just round near the shopping centre around the other side of the golf course, offering some fantastic food and a really great pub atmosphere. The golf courses at Quinta Do Lago are really stunning, and during our stay we got to sample all 3 of them, starting with the beautiful Laranjal. It's a course I hadn't played for a few years, but on playing it I really realised how it suits very, very different levels of golfer. So those higher handicappers of you out there will absolutely love it. It's a bit friendlier off the tee, but the lower handicap players in your group will really enjoy the test of scoring around this golf course. The ones over at Quinta Do Lago, so we started with the north, which was really, really tricky, really nice golf course, and again, kind of a little friendlier off the tee than the south was, but certainly a hell of a test really for all levels of golfer too. That little bit tighter than Laranjal, the trees come into play a little bit more, but very enjoyable. But the jewel in the crown of Quinta Do Lago is the south course. Once you get up to the top there near the lake, some of the views are absolutely beautiful, and all 3 of these courses really pose a great challenge to all levels of golfer.
The elevation changes were absolutely spectacular. Some of the views that we got on some of the tee boxes were incredible. Didn't play my best golf today, but it didn't take away from the enjoyment of the golf course, which for me would suggest it is a really good golf course.
I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed the course. In my opinion, I think it's the best of the 3 and certainly lives up to that slightly more expensive price tag that it has, and it will definitely be a course we return to.
If you feel like getting a bit more active during your stay at Quinta Do Lago, then head down to the campus. This high performance centre boasts a state-of-the-art gym, pool, cycling facilities and recovery suites. So for athletes of all levels, you've got something at the campus to help you. We see huge sports pitches there, which many of the best teams in the world use for their pre-season and during season training to make sure that they're at the peak of physical performance. While we were there, we enjoyed some of the tennis courts outside. We played a little game out there, and also my first ever experience of Padel.
So the campus here at Quinta Do Lago has 4 hard courts, 2 clay courts, 4 outdoor paddle courts and 2 indoors, and we're about to experience paddle for the first time.
If you want some food down there, there's some really nice restaurants. There's some cafes as well, so you can sit down there, chill. You don't have to be out there running around all the time. You can enjoy the Portuguese sunshine and really have a great time down at the campus.
Another amazing feature here at the resort at Quinta Do Lago is this amazing tailor-made performance centre. I'm joined by Callum. Callum's one of the pros down here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the academy. So how long has this been here, Callum?
So this has been here actually 12 years.
Okay.
So always been a tailor-made performance centre. So it's our fitting centre basically for the resort. It's the only tailor-made performance centre in Portugal. And the name above the door is Paul McGinley. So Paul McGinley is our ambassador for this academy and has been for 12 years. And he's a big part of our academy and spends a lot of time down here in Portugal at the resort as well.
We've obviously got the range up here as well as the performance centre. There's also a really cool area to hit off the roof, isn't there, here,
Yeah.
which is very good. And then, like you've alluded to, down the other end of the range, it's almost like a kind of outdoor performance centre, really, isn't it, down there? Yeah. So
absolutely. Like I said, it's those guys they're looking for high performance. So Paul actually helped design that area down the bottom.
Okay.
Got a lovely putting green and 2 large bunkers down there which you can play around with.
And would that specifically be for the kind of elite players or members that you have, or?
Yeah, so again we get England squad, they use the area, but also so we have a lot of tour pros that come down here. So Tiger's been down here before.
Right, okay, well.
Rory comes down quite a bit. So
Yeah.
And there's they have the use of that area down the bottom as well.
We're going to film a lot of our tuition content that we're going to do today up at the other end of the range. We're probably going to hit some shots down here as well. Thank you very much for your time, Callum, and what an amazing place you've got.
Thank you.
So, in closing, whether it's walking the fairways of one of the fantastic golf courses, the gastronomic excellence in one of the stunning restaurants, getting active down at the campus, or relaxing and unwinding in the Algarve sunshine down by the lake, Quinta Do Lago really has something for everybody. I would encourage all of you to visit, stay in one of the beautiful hotels, play the golf courses, enjoy the Portuguese sunshine, and you'll be coming back year after year.